Ah! Woo, scary. Hello. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Really Baghead. You'll have to excuse my low frame rate appearance today. I was going to be on camera, and then I had a very nasty cough. Hopefully it's not like a zombie virus or anything. Fingers crossed on that. But I could not be kept away from Willamette. I had to come back, had to return. We are back. Oh boy, we are back to Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop on Nintendo Wii. If this is your first time viewing this specific version of the game, this is not a port of Dead Rising to the Wii. This is a weird, I guess, officially developed mod of of Dead Rising over the top of Resident Evil 4's Wii port. There's a very different game, as we'll go through, but like I said, it's been a while, but we'll get back in it just in time for the Christmas season. We got some shopping to do, right? I'm sure some people we don't want to leave it too late. You don't want to rush to the stores last minute. So we'll head into the mall and we'll see what we can pick up. Old Slime General says the art of your PNG tube is insane. It almost looks real. Yes, yeah, no, very high fidelity, high fidelity model I have here. Machine. Anyway, let's get in the gameplay here. I'm over here. Hello. I might hide that at some point, but I'll just stick here for now, so I can go like this anytime I want. See? Let me make sure my control's working. Yes, so we're on the Nintendo Wii. I'm a silly Billy. I like to stream on the original hardware to give players and viewers the original experience, which means that I'm charging many batteries right now in case we have to hot swap on deck. But let's see. Nope, that's the wrong button. Takes a minute to figure out all the controls for this. We'll go to the case file here, and I think that should give us an idea of where we are in the story. Aha, yes, this helps. So, case 1, we came to the mall because the town of Willamette, for some reason, is under military quarantine and lockdown. But not much information has been given, and it turns out there is a zombie virus in a mall. Who would have thought of it, right? How'd that happen? And this one in particular seems to be carried by insects, basically like bees and wasps, which maybe those aren't insects. I don't know. Let me know. Maybe those are arthropods. Maybe there's some other word. And then after getting some initial info from these two on case 1-4, these are DHS agents who have come to apprehend Carlos here. He's in case 2, who seems to be responsible for the outbreak, and also to bring in this professor. You can see him in case 1-3, who seems to maybe know about what's going on. And we ran into Carlos's sister in case 2-3. And there's some implication that something bad has happened in the past with this doctor here. But one of the DHS agents got injured. He's currently recovering on the bed. And we're just faffing around doing missions for Otis right now. And one thing I want to quickly show here while I was messing. For some reason right now, I'm not allowed to go to the gun shop. I can only do Otis's mission. Oh, that's why. I think there's somebody held up in the gun store.
Yeah!
Weird. Okay, we're going back to the gun store. So yeah, so one of the big differences is that even between the main case missions, everything is a mission. Aside from the actual case missions, these are all, you pick them, they're on timer. They're not on timers, but you do get timed. But they're not, there's not a time limit. Oh, I got a secret mission, that's why. I believe you get these secret missions if you do well enough on previous Otis missions, but these aren't optional. Like, you can't skip past these at certain points in the game. But let's get back into it here. Hello, zombies. We'll just ignore them. So yes, this is using the Resident Evil 4 engine. So it is more of a shooter. Let's see if I remember. That's the quick reload. So even though you do have a melee, this is not a melee focused game. You have guns and you're reloading them, and it's straight up just the guns from Resident Evil 4. In fact, I don't think any of the unique weapons from Dead Rising, any of the unique guns, sorry, from Dead Rising are in this, outside of one, which is the special Mega Buster. But that's tied to different stuff in this. But we've got a lot of differences. We've got para enemies. We've got way less zombies, as you could probably tell. We've got these stupid rope barriers to make getting through the levels take longer, and that's apparently all they're for. Right now, I just wanna get through. Oh jeez. Oh right, I do have a 180 bun. There we go. I want to go up here quickly because I can make a health upgrade. If I go up here. Oh, I forgot how close zombies will spawn into you sometimes. Hello. Here we go. The drink system in this is very different. There's a lot limited recipes, and you're basically just making the herb combinations from Resident Evil 4. This is making the yellow, red, blue one. Red, blue? Red, green, sorry. So this is just full heal plus max health. Yeah, you zombies like to hop in, don't you? What's your drop? Let me look at my inventory quick. No. I'm not going to pick up anything else though, because these heal decent, and this obviously I want to use. Here we can see our weapons. Let's just swap over to the swap gun. I'm not sure why I say it that way. But yeah, like this striker shotgun is not even in the 360 version of Dead Rising. There we go. Still get the katana though. Come on, get off me. And yes, they made new special zombies out of some of the... And this is just what they're called in-game. But they made new special zombies out of the some of the psycho fights that they did not bring over to this. To, you know, change the variety of enemies. Let's head to the park. This is the funniest change, this area for sure. The actual main mall is lower scale. It's kind of hard to tell because it's subtle. Where it's maybe like 10-20% reduced. This area is, God, it might be more than half the size, honestly. It's so tiny. Oh yeah, I forgot the poodles can do combat rolls. So because it has been quite a while since I played this for the stream, unfortunately I was very sick for a while, had a throat infection. I think the infection's gone. I think my throat's just in a weird healing process right now. So I'm a bit just gungy. I'm not going to get too into details because I don't want to, you know, gross anyone out. God, so many of the melee weapons don't have cool finishers. Like, if you're going to carry over that stun melee system from Resident Evil 4 and you're going to give specific melee weapons their own moves, they should have gone all out and just given moves to every melee weapon. You know, kind of like you're doing heat actions in a Yakuza game. But yeah, you actually can't run past zombies as much in this version, because they'll lunge at you more. Oh. Yeah, we'll ignore you. And also to melee, you have to... You can use the A button, but you do different moves if you waggle, I believe is the gimmick. Actually, let me check my abilities stuff. So it's a bit annoying. So I have the hammer flow, I have the suplex. I'm guessing for the suplex, you have to get behind enemies. Yeah, because they don't tell you how these books work. It's really weird. And you don't unlock moves by leveling up anymore in this. You have to buy those moves. You just... Well, you get access to buy them when you level up. It's strange. We'll get into it when we... Oh. Well. Are you still breathing now? Are you alive? Well. Barely. There we go. I don't know if I can... No, I cannot reload from this menu. You got some real balls, man. You got some business with us? There's a helicopter coming. It'll be here on Friday. I thought you might want to ride. Come with me, and you'll be out of this hell in no time. Where's it supposed to land? There's zombies everywhere. Yeah, no matter where we go, everywhere. There's a heliport on the roof over the entrance plaza. But the security room is still tight. Dead end. I saw it. I know I saw. There's a duct on the roof of the Paradise Plaza. Straight shot to the security room from there. Sounds fishy to me. Shut up for once, Alessa. But I trust you completely either, man. Brett, what do you think? How about some proof? You heard the man. Go find the duck and take a picture of it with the camera you got there. Then we can talk. Wow, we actually do get to use the camera. Look at that. I forgot to mention that, by the way. That the camera in, like, the regular gameplay is basically just completely removed. There's, like, I think with this gun, there's a bit of a delay before you can actually shoot with it. No, that's the... There we go. Alright, well, back we go. No. Yeah, we'll take the queen with us. Whee! Some of those melee moves are from Dead Rising, which is, it's just funny to see because yeah, it's Resident Evil 4, but you can see animations and models from Dead Rising. And yeah, Slime points out, bold choice to remove most of the camera from the game when you play as a photojournalist. Yeah, I mean it's not and unfortunately it's not the only time. This is all the weird stuff in Deluxe Remaster, where they removed a bunch of how the camera works, and I get their reasoning that that's like, oh, it's gratuitous, but it's like, yeah, but that was the point. Like, it's commentary on such, you know, a certain aspect of photojournalism. Like, you know, it's like saying, oh, you can't make the movie Nightcrawler because bad things happen in Nightcrawler. It's like, yeah, because it's about the, like, dirty side of that industry. Never see it, by the way. The movie Nightcrawler is great. Guys, it's funny how quick it is to walk through the leisure park in this. I should have done it when I was ill, but I should have reinstalled. I have the original Dead Rising remaster. And I wanted to compare some stuff in it, get like a good idea of the size difference. One thing that I want to test specifically is zombies seem to be deaf in this game. As far as I can tell, I don't think they can hear. Because, you know, the amount of times you're using the guns and you're picking out, you know, you're doing pot shots, you're taking out enemies, clearing a path, and half the enemies just don't react. And I get like zombies are supposed to, you know, herd mentality, they're not supposed to have that much intelligence. It's just a bit weird though, because it just, in some cases, it makes them more than, and I'm going to use this here because they're zombies, but you know, they're not brain dead in Dead Rising. Here, but in this game, they just come off as having like less intelligence. Like, instead of it being that they have hearing. Okay, see, that one heard me. Maybe it's gun dependent. You know what? Maybe it's gun dependent. I'm gonna try something. Also, if you hear the audio for the zombie, like, crowd noise, kind of stutter, that's the game. It must depend on certain factors, but there was sections in the first parts, part 1 and 2, where I was just clearing entire screen. Nice. Of zombies, and none of them were reacting outside of the ones I was shooting. Alright, back we go. Oh, Louis PSE mentions Michigan Report to Hell. That game seems cool. Seems hard, but cool. That's where journalism is your only weapon against the horrors. Let's see, maybe that's a better example of, I mean, that the zombies don't always react to what you're doing. I think I noticed it because such a big part of Resident Evil 4's meta, when you're, you know, getting good at the game as opposed to just getting through the story, is you realize like how much of the combat is about going for melee finishers and the benefits that can do. And one thing I noticed at various points in the games, the pistol will just one-shot enemies, even if you shoot them in the foot. Like this, see? Those are knee shots and they're fine. And it reminds me of some of the stuff I've been thinking about with this game since it was last streamed on here. So it was this, and also continuing the Resident Evil 6 playthrough, where Cass and Sharky played through the Jake and Sherry campaign, and it made me think about how I think like the mainline Resident Evil games that came out after 4 that were trying to capitalize on Resident Evil 4 and how, you know, how well received it was, didn't really get why it worked. Also, yeah, you can snipe with this Red 19. Granted, that's very much like the Red 19 in Resident Evil 4. Yeah, I guess what they're trying to make it so enemies look like they can hear you, but it seems very random what activates their aggro. Anyway, but what I kind of realized, especially after the last stream, where a lot of getting through levels was just doing this. It was just stopping, just going bap, bap, and then moving on. Is that you can't just take the Resident Evil 4 engine and just put completely different enemy type behavior, you know. Instead of going for the, you know, the Las Plagas and the specific logic they had. See, this is what I mean by about zombies being deaf in this game. It seems to be, as long as you're far enough away, they don't hear you shoot, and they don't react to other zombies being shot either. Why is the arrow pointing that way? That's not right at all. I think it broke. But yeah, like, actually, once I've thought about this more, and the way this plays, it's like, yeah, this doesn't feel like, oh yes, the gunplay, like just shooting a gun, yes, that feels like Resident Evil 4. But the actual flow of combat, like how you're using the weapons, does not feel like Resident Evil 4. Because you're not you're not using the same... Like I said, you're not really going for the stuns. Enemies, they're a lot slower. And, you know, it's partly because they're probably trying to emulate the gameplay of Dead Rising. But they haven't really, because Dead Rising was more about... At least the first game was more about navigating the hordes. Like, yes, you would at times just, you know, go out and attack, but that actually wasn't the best strategy in Dead Rising 1. That was later games where they were more... they essentially became like Musou games with zombies. Lead the way, man. Look at them jump over the thing. Alright. And, you know, doing this gameplay without the stuff that make Resident Evil 4 click, this really shows, like, yeah, you can't just reuse this engine, these controls, this style, and just expect it to work. You have to get what part... Ah, I was trying to do this. Suplex. There we go. And there is a reason to go for these kills, because they give money. And that's a big progression thing in this, because, you know, it has a currency where Dead Rising 1 didn't. That's how we're upgrading, you know, guns and things like that. But yeah, when I think of, like, the best parts of Resident Evil 4 combat, it's not just aiming and one-shotting, like doing this. Like, that's not peak Resident Evil 4 combat to me. You know, they make the enemies... You know, they had to make the enemies smarter to account for how Resident Evil 4 gameplay's changed. And just scattering a couple of these extra enemies, you know, the parrots, the dogs, the boss zombies, like, that doesn't fix the problem. But obviously, if you had just made the zombies act exactly like the Las Plagas, that would have been even worse, because it would have just been more transparent. That was amazing. Damn it, I was trying to do a cool move. That's what I get for trying to do cool moves. But yeah, there are a lot of melee weapons that, because this game doesn't have the same durability system and you're not just relying, you know, it's not a melee focused game anymore. There's a lot of weapons that you would pick up for novelty or would have
No way.
their own interesting utility, like these guitars. And, you know, they still have the acoustic guitar, they got rid of the others. But there's no real use to them, because they don't have... They don't have a special stun melee move. If they did, I would use them. Oh, great. Another book to buy. Nope, wrong button. I'm just gonna play it safe. Do have that. I'm gonna do the machine pistol ammo. Might as well use it for a bit.
Thanks.
I'll say this gun feels a bit weird in this meta. Though, you know, if I want to go for these stun moves now, it's the... Though again, sometimes it just kills. Oh. There we go. It doesn't help this stupid decision to put these barriers everywhere. There we go. I don't know why it was saying they weren't there. You don't have the options to navigate through air. Oh, I don't know why I did that. You know, the choice that you would have had before is gone. I mentioned before doing this path. Again, this was kind of a problem in the original Dead Rising, was having to go through this warehouse, the security room route, like every time you were picking up survivors and traveling back to talk to NPCs. It's worse here though. A, because you can see how static the zombie spawns are. That they're spawning in the exact same spots, which there was a bit of that in the original Dead Rising. It's just more transparent here. Also, for having guns, these NPCs are not helping much. There we go. But because you can't pick up how many survivors you want, they're just these set missions, it makes it just take longer. Because at the very least originally, you know, you could, it was hard, but you could bring up to 8 survivors back with you.
No way.
No, you could, it's true. Game. Oh dear. Thanks, fearless leader. You're welcome, Brett Styles.
Yeah!
Good, that was still rank A. Probably time. Well, Slime noticed the triangle neck after you do the headshots, just shooting the polygons off them. Yeah, they kept some of the dismemberment, but it looks, again, it looks worse than Resident Evil 4's even. Hey, we've rescued one who's rescued in a moment. Oh, Frank, I spied that woman on the monitor. It was just for a second, and she was gone. You should check out the monitor for yourself. Alright, good. again, if those those survivor missions were optional, as in the way they are in actual Dead Rising 1, I wouldn't mind this game as much. But the fact that you have to go through all these survivor pickups to get to the next story part really drags this game out. Like, I wouldn't be surprised by the end of it if this playthrough ends up being longer than it takes to beat just Dead Rising 1 on 360. Alright, case 4. Yeah, we'll just use these to heal up. There we go. Okay, so this is one of the few occasions where we actually can explore. If you try and go into the mall when Otis has missions for you, he doesn't let you. Also, yeah, we have to teleport to the guns store. You can only freely explore during these weird moments where you're actually on the case files. Alright.
Shoppers, hold on to your socks.
Hey, Frank. Okay, has he got anything new? Okay, we can buy Molotovs from him.
We have news that will blow them right off. It's been 3 years since the Willamette Parkview Mall opened its doors to you and your family, and we're ready to celebrate. That's right, it's time for the Willamette Parkview Mall's 3rd anniversary extravaganza. Starting on the 10th of next month, bring the whole family down to enjoy fun and games you'll never forget. Our parades, fun foods, and wacky activities will leave you saying, the Willamette Parkview Mall is the mall for me.
I've never heard that before in Dead Rising, and I've played through Dead Rising 1 a couple of times. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we've brought all these, but I could buy the giant swing. There we go. This shop stuff feels so hacked together. It's like, yeah, you talk here and that's different things. Okay. I don't really think I need the rifle ammo upgrade, so I'm just gonna go for the handgun one. I wonder if I could just... Nope! I can't ignore him if I wanted to just use this as a shortcut and go explore. I have to go back here. Alright, well this is our time to be more leisurely about it. Oh, they put one of the boss zombies in here now. Picky fucks. Trying to up the difficulty, I see. But it's like I'm asking, where in the world does this guy get this new inventory from in this situation? Well, how did the Resident Evil 4 merchant do it? Oh, new zombie! God, that's still so strange to me that they just turned a couple of the human bosses into into zombies. There we go, suplex. Let me look at the map quick. Books, yeah, that's the bookstore. Shoes. Trying to look if there's any. Maybe we'll look in the apparel store. God, whoever thought adding bird enemies was like gonna be super fun, you were wrong. It was a bad idea. What is even the point? Like, if you're gonna rope stuff off, what's even the point in letting me come this way? Oh, I can hear him. He's going snick bub. God, I hate it. There's lag. There's like a half a second after pulling out the shotgun where you're just not allowed to shoot it. Oh, weird. He drops katanas. Alright, cool. Sure. That's a nice enough suit. I do not know sometimes which way this arrow thinks it's pointing. Now, before I head off, I'm going to do some more drink mixing because I know I have a boss fight coming up. Oh, well, I guess unless they've scrapped it. Yep, orange, yep, grapefruit. Oh, the respawn rate, if you just look off screen, is so annoying. I get it's to make up for the limited amount of enemies they can put on the screen. It just feels so cheap though. Like you look 90 degrees to the left and then suddenly 20 enemies spawn like a couple of meters away from you. Oh, got some PP bonus though. Also, I haven't quite figured out the rules for how money and weapon drop stuff is, but it's not the same as Resident Evil 4, where it's only tied to what you're carrying or what you're using, because I can sometimes be, you know, exclusively using the handgun, and I'll be picking up all the other ammo types. Oh, I like this one. And then let me quickly see what this looks like. Oh! Sure, why not? The only guaranteed way I've seen to get money on kills is if you do the melee stuns. Also, another reason I should reinstall Dead Rising 1 is I'm trying to remember if the movie land is locked in the early game. I want to say it isn't, but I don't really remember. It's been a while. But I swear you could look through that area from early in the game. Let me just run through. Something I do wish I had, just because I could show off for the playthrough, is if someone did make a list of all the unique stun melee animations with the specific weapons. But this game is not well documented. For example, like how the drink system works is surprisingly hard to find that info. Like it's not very well laid out. Come on, game. Not even spawning zombies in anymore. God, this is still... The rifle is so pointless in this game. If you could snipe like that with the Red 9, what's the point of the... Oh, hello. Like here, I know this will be useful. Because I've noticed, yeah, with these boss enemies, if you shoot them from far enough away, they don't seem to be able to come at you. Oh, that's just the hat again. I need to find a new hat store at some point. Actually, a problem with making the leisure park so small, and obviously it was done for technical reasons, but it makes it so if you want to get around the mall quick and get to areas, there's never really a point where you would want to do it by going actually through the mall. Because it's so much quicker to just cut through the middle. Whereas, not only was it longer in Dead Rising 1, it was also dangerous because you had those convicts in the military truck. Alright, here we go. Okay, this is it. This is the song I think of when I think of Dead Rising because it was used in the trailers a lot. Where are you going? So, thank you for that trivia, Slammed and Raya. Pointing out there's a VG Cats comic about this game. So that's the funny thing. I actually did used to read VG Cats very long time ago. Probably before this would have come out even. Yeah, no clue how it holds up or doesn't. I've always, I guess curious, but a bit afraid to look it up, just in case it's like real bad. Okay, that's interesting. So she can go into these barriered off areas. But what's that? What's that do for me? I wonder if I should be using the shotgun. Also, yeah, Dead Rising 1, there was supposed to be a, bosses had health indicators. Also, Louise, I think you're thinking of the Control-Alt-Delete comic. That's not VG Cats. That's... If you're talking about Lost, that is a very different... You sure? Okay. Hey, show me in the Discord later. Discord.gg/Bad Game Hall of Fame. I'm sure we have a comics channel somewhere. Yeah, let me heal. I'm actually gonna go... Let's try this out just to do some ammo. Actually, no, let's stick to the handgun. Oh, she got a gun. Hey! God, those transitions are so bad in this. The way you yeah, well, we'll let the cutscene play.
You listen to me? I'm not here to hurt you. I just want to talk. Now, what do you know about all this anyway?
Are you a reporter? Let go. I won't run, so let go. You're hurting me.
This is why I always insist in Capcom games gameplay's not canon, because you'd assume, oh, this is quite a de-escalation from trying to run me over.
Have you called for help?
Hold your horses, babe. I'm the one asking the questions here. What is Santa Cabeza, and how is it connected to all this?
The zombies were created by you, not us. That's what
hang on.
Carlito wants you all to.
Who?
If you want to interview someone, talk to Carlito. He has all the answers.
You're talking about that guy that took pot shots at us with a sniper rifle, aren't you? Take me to him.
No. Not now. He's injured. And in no mood to talk to anyone. I'll bring him to you once he's recovered. I can persuade him. I'm his little sister, after all.
Why should I trust you to bring him to me?
The zombies are a message from Carlito. He wanted people to know.
Oh, we're getting the serious stuff now.
Go. When will you be back?
Tonight at midnight. Wait for us in the store next to the camera shop in the North Plaza. I'm Isabella, by the way. And I promise, I'll come back.
All right. It's weird experiencing the story in this version because obviously it's the same, but it looks, you know, you're seeing these cutscenes from the 360 version. It feels like you're just watching that story. Oh, Frank, looks like you're able to meet that young lady, huh? It looks like Brad and Jesse are talking to the old man. You want to hear what he's got to say? You better hurry back before he's done talking. And yeah. This is something that's nice about this version is they don't do it consistently, but most of the time they'll just warp you back here when you're done with a mission.
You learn anything new on this end?
Santa Cabeza is a stronghold of the Central American drug trade.
The professor here seems to think that the zombies are a byproduct of these drugs.
So you're telling me, what, that somebody spread a bunch of zombie drugs around Willamette? For what? What would making the dead come to life accomplish?
They're terrorists. Don't try to explain their actions with logic. I've analyzed the drug in question, and I've reported my findings to the government. That must be what set them off. They didn't want to be exposed. I've told you everything I know. Now get me out of here! Call for help and kill those creeps!
He thinks he's lying. I do like the awkward silence there. The implication that Frank knows they're lying, but obviously they're not gonna cop to it. Or cop that they know that guy's story is flimsy. Alright, what are we doing now? Oh, level up. What do we get?
Yeah!
Oh, item stock up, that's good. We could contact HQ, we could check his story against our records. But I guess all we can do now is try and get a handle on the situation here until we can escape. No, fair enough. Drug trade. Oh, I remember hearing about a case like that going down there before. What could it have to do with zombies? So is he in here? I've told you everything I know. Now call your damn helicopter or whatever down here. If people get me out of here now. I mean, yeah, I'm sure if you just keep complaining, dude, they'll do it immediately. Oh, yeah, we're back to Otis missions. Okay, what we got? The cult. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's do this one first. So an old man in the antique shop in the entrance plaza. He seems awfully calm considering the circumstances. We haven't been to the entrance plaza in a while, so... Something has gone wrong here, I think. I don't think this is the normal elevator texture. It just looked wrong. Oh, okay, we're back at night now. So in Dead Rising lore, the zombies are meant to be more of a threat at night. I don't remember quite how they acted in the early part, so you have to pay attention and see. Yeah, well, this is still a one-shot hit kill gun. Yep, get the money. Okay, they've put a few more enemies around, so we can. So they're trying to up the enemy count a little bit.
Attention shoppers. Although we appreciate your continued patronage, we are sorry to announce that the mall will be closing shortly. Thank you for choosing to visit us here at the Willamette Park.
I'm trying to think if these like tannoy fins were in the original game. Maybe they're just really easy to miss because you have to be in the right locations at the right time for them to trigger. Boop. No. If you're noticing me doing combat like that a lot, and then wondering, well, why are you doing it like that, Johnny? If it's not that fun, it's like, well, because it's the most efficient way. Because you need to you can't run past enemies like you could in Dead Rising 1. You really do need to clear them out most of the time. And look at that guy. Just a fun little rifle use there, why not? Okay, for this one I need to go upper floor. Oh wow, the same the same zombie just spawned in the same spot. Oh, you can... I think you can really manipulate the zombie spawns just by looking away from areas, because it has to keep a decent amount of enemies on screen, it has to be deloading them a lot. I wonder if you could like trick the game into just never spawning. Like, okay, maybe there's too many zombies there. Can I just... That did! It despawned some of them. Oh, that's really funny. Slime Generator asking, do you think a single other person in history has ever spent this much time thinking about Dead Rising drop to your drop deck? Based on what I've looked up online, no. I was talking about stuff about this game that's undocumented. Another aspect of that is how the underground parking area works. I didn't find a single description of how that area works when I was looking it up. That it's a like bespoke challenge area that you can go to on the brief time when you are like on cases but not on missions, and you pay to go in. You look like you're still human. Oh hey, Bowax, I'll take that. If you're still human, then surely you see the beauty in this work. Sorry to get in the way of your hobby there, pal, but this is no time for antiquing. It's hopeless anyway. Might as well spend my last moments enjoying this. I'm gonna die, I just as soon do it surrounded by great works of art, don't you see? I figure the world owes me this much. A chance to choose the way I die. Another guy who's coming here in a helicopter on Friday, come with us. Can you guarantee that leaving this town would be better than staying? I'm so damn old. Even if I got out, I don't have much time left. You don't look that old, mate. Staying alive doesn't have much appeal for me anymore. Just let me die surrounded by art. Listen, old man, can you honestly tell me you want to die here? You wouldn't regret it? You appreciate art too much to mistake this junk for selling them all for the real deal, don't you? You can't really consider this crap to be art. I've made better art than this in the can. Come on, pal, if we get out here, you can see a museum again. Well, you might be right, son. Maybe I do want to leave after all. What do you say, whippersnapper? Mind helping an old man like me out? God, all these weapon models, you can't use any of them. I'll check the map quick. It's the ladies' store, accessories. Hey, you've got a good eye for weapons, sonny. That battle axe is a beauty, ain't she? You don't find many young folks who would recognize such a fine weapon. That axe is better than any old gun. Listen, pal, let's hold off on the weapon appreciation until we get back to the security room. We got zombies to worry about right now. Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, sonny. I got a little bit overexcited there. Lead the way. That's cute, though. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Okay, Sam in the chat mentions this is more than 1 or 2 guide submissions on F8 game FAQs alone is surprising me. About the Dead Rising license, this film would be struggling. Or even one, yeah. No, that's fair to say. It's just, regardless of how this playthrough has gone and how I'll feel about the game by the time it's done, this does not have a good rep, I think, in the Dead Rising community. Like, it's maybe not the most disliked. And there's even less coverage of them, but the mobile Dead Rising 1 game is even worse. That's real hackney stuff. But yeah, like,
no way.
I'll just clear some of you guys out. Yeah, that'll do. Of course, yeah, just spawn an enemy right in front of me. There we go. Oh, that's really on the point, Slam Generator. A game doomed to be forgotten and unspoken about. It's that, or it's just people going, well, why? Why was this made? And I still struggle outside of just Capcom fault, that because people loved Resident Evil 4, it was so critically acclaimed, and every time they would port it, it would sell like a couple million, that maybe they just thought, well, as long as this game looks like it's Resident Evil 4, maybe people will pick up on that. But I think the majority takeaway was like, oh, this isn't Dead Rising, and that's what people were looking for. And telling people, oh, hey, we made a Dead Rising in the Resident Evil 4 engine. Even if you're like not that transparent that that's the engine you're using, I don't think that sold people. You know, I don't think it appeals to either crowd, really. I think if you're a Resident Evil 4 fan, you would play this, and the gameplay hooks that make Resident Evil 4 so good are mostly missing from this, and you would notice that really early on. And if you were like, oh, I want a new Dead Rising game, and I happen to have a Wii as well, and I guess the target demographic of people who wanted Dead Rising but didn't have a 360, I just can't imagine they would have fallen for this. I think they just would have not bought it. Yeah. You know? Ah, good protein. The way the currency works in this game is bananas. Like, we were getting tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars for doing the early missions. It makes me think that they just used yen amount and they didn't convert it. Even though this game's set in America. Right, let me check my inventory quick. I think I'll do it pretty good. It's gonna pick up some extra food so we can mix another drink. This I'm interested. Oh. Wow, is this okay. So at a certain point in Dead Rising 1, a cult shows up. They're strange. I don't know if they're goofy or creepy. It's hard to say. But they show up at one point as a different enemy type that zombies seem to ignore, and eventually that culminates in a boss fight with their leader in the mall. I wonder, they might have just separated them into their own mission. Like they have like whole systems. For example, like they can knock you out and take you to a storage room where you lose all the stuff you're carrying. I'm also saying it. This channel has made me acutely aware of games that are undocumented. How much meat and potatoes goes undocumented in games database or general discussion? Yeah. Oh no, I feel that. That's a massive pet peeve of mine. That when I got into certain aspects of gaming, like probably beyond the hobbyist level even, but for example, it's the only like Wikipedia-y kind of stuff I do. Oh, yeah.
The end of the world is upon us.
Yep, here he is.
Itself has overflowed upon the world, defiling us all.
This is the most, like, out there, like, kind of weird part of Dead Rising 1 is these guys showing up. They don't feel connected to the story at all.
The tainted blood!
Like, I don't know if they had bigger plans, or it was just someone saying, well, you need to have like a different enemy type for a bit. But they're just these weirdo cult people in yellow raincoats that just show up for like a day. Like, were they always in the town? Did they just form because zombie shit is happening? Hello. See, they forget this about Frank's character sometimes, but he was willing to just take a picture. He wasn't trying to stop him at first.
If we
But
are to achieve salvation,
you know,
his blood must flow. He must be
games release dates, exact sale numbers, stuff that I thought the publishers and rights holders would have to keep track of. Like, they don't keep track of that. You know, but various consoles have their like budget line re-releases, and those are different between region, and a lot of that's not documented very well. Oh, okay. Okay, so they do have zombies here as well. Ah! Get away! Get away, you bollocks. Fun enough, these guys might be reusing the most of the like Las Plagas AI. Ah, I didn't get the giant swing in time. But yeah, like a lot of that kind of stuff's not documented. And sometimes those reprints, like greatest hits on PlayStation 2, there would be differences in the versions released that are just undocumented. Like, you can, you know, and outside of a person finding it, like, how do you know? Because you can look at the file size and see they're different, for example, but that doesn't tell you the full picture. At that point, you're just looking at, like, hex data, and that's not telling you mechanical difference or anything. Also, I'm noticing there are basically no enemies around right now. I thought after defeating the cult members there, they would start spawning more zombies, but no. Alright, yeah. And then, yeah, you get into more obscure games and it's just like, yeah, no one's heard of them. They're barely on Wikipedia, or like sometimes developers stuff being listed wrong and things like that. But I'm glad when we can shed a light on games, either, you know, via history sections or what comes up in the playthroughs. You know, I'm in particular, you know, proud of the stuff that I was able to find out about Silent Hill Homecoming's development, because it was highlighting, you know, behind the scenes stuff that some people had found that's not well documented, but also you know, stuff that I was able to find out on my own talking to developers, or, you know, stuff that's all the info is just lying on like a forum thread that like no one's looking at. There we go. I mean, that's a... Oh, right, not that way. That way's a dead end. Oh yeah, like the zombie count's really bad now. This looks like the fucking VG Cats comic version. And that's only a slightly different animation than the baseball bat, honestly. Alright, you with me? Yeah. Luckily, that move does not hurt my follower, because I feel like in Dead Rising normal, that would. I guess someone was smart and was like, yeah, don't have the stun moves hurt your allies, because we can't account for it. Like, the example I think of, because it's come up on the channel before, and I was talking to someone else recently about it. There's the PAL exclusive localization of the Konami arcade shooter, Police 911, the one where it had the motion camera detection stuff. And a lot of people don't realize that you can't use the iToy camera with that game. Like, most of the time when people talk about it, like, oh yeah, it works with the iToy camera. It's like, no. It works with these very specific 2000s era webcams, because the Konami webcam that they released for it didn't come outside of Japan. Or that like the light guns compatibility as well. Like, it doesn't work with the Namco ones either. Heck, the fact that Silent Scope 1 has mouse support, the only confirmation for that is a really old Eurogamer article where... not Eurogamer, sorry, IGN article, where they had to ask Konami, and Konami sent them a bunch of images to show how the mouse control worked, because they forgot to mention it in the manual. Okay. Alright, don't think I want to pick up more food items right now. The snipers are taking aim at everything. Zombies, people, they don't care. Frank, you gotta do something.
Yeah!
I'm gonna quickly make sure I save. I guess if there's secret missions in this game, I wonder if you get low enough rank, you just don't have to do these missions, and you can save time. Also, yeah, the in-game time here saying I've been playing for less than 5 hours is that's just wrong. That's not close to right. Oh, slime. Maybe you'll have to just buy an iToy camera. You can get iToy cameras working on PC. I don't know how well they work, but you can. Just use these up. Might as well. Curious how this... So this is a human boss fight. that just appears at a certain point in the story. Curious how they're going to handle this. Hey, that worked out. The thing I want to see someone do, this is probably one of the most like Johnny Baghead things. So it was PAL exclusive, but there used to be a PlayStation iToy PS2 based chat system. It had text lobbies, it had voice lobbies, and it had video calls. And the service is obviously long gone, but there are people who do want to get it functioning again. And I haven't checked their progress in a while. It looks like what they need to get it working is that a update for it got released at some point, and that update will be saved on someone's memory card. And once they get that apparently will open the floodgates. Ah, these guys are just gonna... Okay. Honestly, good. I need some fodder enemies that are a bit more powerful. Not just the powered up zombies, because those are way stronger. Gives me an excuse to actually do these kill animations.
Looks like 72 yards. I can blow his head off clean from here. Can I take a shot, Dad?
Getting a headshot from here's no big deal, Jack. Think you can pull it off, Thomas?
But Daddy, he ain't no zombie. He's just a man.
Thomas! We're doing this to survive. You know that.
Using a firearm for self-defense is our God-given right as Americans, Thomas.
I find it weird because I feel like they don't have the middle America, like, hunter enthusiast design that you would think these characters would.
What are you waiting for?
Especially that guy's voice, which I recognize. He's been in a bunch of games. Yeah, sniper battle! I don't remember this song. This might be new. Well, that was weird. So the way this seems to work is that if they're aiming at you, the controller starts to vibrate. Yeah, I don't know what this song is. It sounds like they might have just picked up like a couple of like cutscene stins and they've just like spliced them together or something. Take that. Wow, that did nothing. Okay, let's just reload. Oh, how? Where are you? Oh, the fuck, I shot you. Is that one? Okay. I think I got one of them down. Also, yeah, I'm not sure if the Resident Evil 4 controls are really great for a sniper battle. They work a bit better in the original Dead Rising because you do have like free 2D movement. Jeez, what's wrong with those people? Well... Oh, I guess I took care of all of them? I didn't think I... Oh yeah, no, I did all... Yep. That's an okay version of that fight. The problem is that that dodge prompt, you have to not be anywhere in the alien animation to do it. So it can be a bit awkward to do at times. You still alive? What happens to the snipers? Don't worry about them, I took care of it. No one's gonna shoot you now. Really? We should get moving before some other weirdos show up and replace the snipers. Let's go. I was waiting for a tough guy like you to take care of business. Get me out of here, man. So something yeah, I can show it off here. I don't know if the scale is right. I think this area is a completely different size to how it's actually sized. Probably not the most surprising that the loading zone stuff doesn't match up. But we'll see here when it transitions. I feel like at least in Dead Rising 1 it was more accurate on the 360. Oh yeah, okay, I'm at this point I feel confident in saying that if there is a difference in zombie behavior between day and night, it is barely a difference in this version. Because I ain't noticing it. I think the only difference really is just how many zombies are spawning. Like, I don't know, it's not like they were going to just copy Resident Evil 4 completely and just have the Las Plagas like burst out of their heads. But honestly, maybe they should have just gone that route. They gave them new behavior or something. God, I just can't get over how glitchy that audio is. Oh, Louise brings up, that's a good point actually. Yeah, you expect that the son didn't want to shoot would become a survivor if you took out the dad. I can confirm in the 360 version, if you take out the dad first, it actually encourages the hesitant son. I think if you do the same with the brother, he actually ends up becoming more efficient because he's like, oh no, my dad's dead now. So he actually wants to take you out. I doubt that mechanic is really here because they did not seem to be doing it really. Like their behavior was mostly the same. But yeah, that's why Dead Rising 1 is so cool, because it is more of a sandbox than it is an open world thing. And how the bosses interact with each other and zombies and things like that makes more of a difference. And obviously, none of that's here. they had enough trouble getting all the zombies in, so shit like that just does not come through. Yeah! S-Rag. Hey, look at that. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I found a key to the rooftop. It's best if you hold on to it, Frank. Nice. I think that will open up like one of the shortcuts actually. Okay, so okay, well, I want to sell the rifle. Yep. The gun progression in this seems to be pretty linear. Also, I've still got that broken blacktail from the beginning. I still don't know what to do with that. Though, I just noticed something. Looks like the Killer 7 is being worked on. Hey, don't tell me. You messed with that, didn't you? Oh man, you ruined it. I'm really sorry. Huh. Okay. So, I was wondering if that was related to the broken blacktail. But I haven't found anyone who can fix it yet. Slime noticing this guy looks like a window. Yeah, because this guy wasn't a friendly NPC before. He was a boss fight, so this is just hacked in. So he just... They didn't give him any animations. It's super weird. Let's see. Is it... Okay, that's cheap enough. I'll get that. Well, I'll save the money for the next book unlock. But, here. Let me double check. No, there's no other prompts. Let me try talking one more time and see if... Because honestly, the Blacktail in Resident Evil 4 is only slightly more powerful than the standard handgun. So I don't know why I would want it over the Red 9. Or even if there's like another handgun to unlock. Very strange. All I could guess is that at a certain point, maybe there's a survivor you do, and that's what gives you the, that's what gives you the ability to get guns fixed. I don't know what that whole thing with the Killer 7 was. I just want to check something over here quick. No, he gave me that key. Does it let me open this door yet? Yes, it does. So yeah, this is just a slightly different route down. When instead of using the elevator, you climb on the top of these. It's a little quick. It's probably the quicker route. Yeah, let's check this out. Yep, that's the semi-auto, right? Not much of you there. Okay. I actually don't know where we're meeting this lady. Her name's Catalina, is that it? Yeah, sure you do. Okay. Oh, these like cult member noises do not seem to actually be placed where they are in the world. Like the left-right balance seems completely off. Oh, you know what? Slime does have a good question. I forgot if this got mentioned, but does this game use the Wiimote speaker? You know what? I probably have it turned off right now. Hang on. Let me try and get to a better spot. Hang on. I don't think it does. At least not for the guns. Don't worry about the batteries. I've got batteries in reserve if we need them. Oh wow, these guys spawn like way further away. Eagle! God, enemies really do just spawn like in front of you sometimes. Yep, look, it happened again. Oh! It did make a noise, listen. Hang on. Yeah, when I reload. leave those guys alone to do their thing. Let's see. Sure. Okay, that's nighttime proper. Also, I do like that nighttime in this version is actually a lot darker. In the 360 version, when it's night, Frank just has this like weird magic glow around him. He just emanates light. So it's a lot easier to see at night when all the lights are supposed to be off. I guess the mall lights haven't actually properly shut off yet. Because when you're indoors, it's not that dark yet. I wonder if the hardware store's gonna open, because normally it opens because that's where you fight Cliff. But he's not a human boss in this, he's a zombie spawn. Also, okay, they have done the change where the cult's posters are spawning in the world now. Not many of them, but, you know, a few. Yep, that's... What's even the point? Like, okay, they don't make gunshot sounds, but... Oh god, this respawn rate. I guess if you just wanted to farm kills, this is the way to do it. Oh, hey, I actually cut that guy's arm off. Oh no! We're gonna fight one zombie! Like, why is that even a gameplay thing? I think the first game does that as well.
I tried to talk him into coming, but it was no good. He doesn't trust anyone.
He shot you?
He didn't mean to. He was upset.
Oh no, Isabella, that's this lady's name.
Next.
Hey. Hey. Damn.
If she's passed out, that's not the way to carry her, bro. You gotta fireman carry her. Over the shoulder. Alright, case 5. Oh, okay, we are making progress with the cases now. Also, I think the radio noise came from the speaker there. Frank, Roland started to panic about the lack of food around here. He's ready to take a group of people out to scavenge for some. You better bring some food back here quick before they get themselves in trouble.
I'm so sorry. I never meant to shoot you. Now I've gone and hurt you.
Oh, okay. She's actually standing.
Please come back to me. I know you can hear me, Isabella. I'm sorry you had to get wrapped up in all this. But you know I'm right. Come back to me, Isabella. There are still things you need to do. I can't do this without you. Please.
Okay, now the lights are off. Yeah, this is actually way scarier and darker than the 360 version. It's like the one thing I think the game does better. Though you do still have that like light glow around you, I'm realizing. Like as I get closer to enemies, you can see there is like a spotlight on me. Let me reload. I'm trying to remember how much food you need to bring back for that survivor bit. Okay, confirm the poodles are not deaf like most of the other zombies. There we go. Oh, we're gonna level up soon. Okay, where is she? Oh, there she is. Shockingly easy to take. Like it's weird as well that sometimes the zombie AI is like even more passive against not just you but the survivors as well. I get the feeling the AI might be localized closer to where I am, so if you get like far enough away, that the other zombies just can't react to them. Let me check my inventory space. Nope, that's the wrong button. Alright, I'll pick up some more food. Just in case. I really don't remember how much you need for when this happens normally. And it might be way more. Oh, sub-weapons ability up. That's also... I should mention that was not a stat in Dead Rising 1. That was tied to specific books that would take up inventory space. go. Yeah, I don't know what tech they're using for like the positional audio of enemies, but it's weird. Also, how comes not a single enemy went for me there? It's like this cultist guy's being here is like making the zombies dumber or something.
Follow me!
Oh, she wasn't following. Whoops. Well, she's following now. Okay, I guess I should figure out where she is, because she's...
Come on!
Oh, there you are! I can't do, there was a mechanic in the 360 one where you could give people a shoulder or hold their hand, and that would, like, let them travel faster if they're injured. Also, I'm gonna turn the speaker off. Oh. No, no. I always forget. It's that. There we go. It's just like, oh, when you reload, it makes a reload noise, and when you use the melee weapon, it makes a whoosh noise, but if you mute it, you just hear it in game. Oh, Magnum ammo. Well, that's you. I mean, I'm not. I guess I should be surprised because there are Magnums in Resident Evil 4. What would you even need a Magnum for in this? I guess just for the boss fights. Oh, apparently this game is popping off on the Game FAQ question and answers board. Again, because there's a lot of unknowns about this game, so I could see people being interested and having to ask and just no one answering. Or just because the game has a reputation, so people want to talk about it but not actually play it. I guess it's, you know, because one of the problems with this at least is that it's a bit harder to set up on emulator if you want to get all the motion stuff working right, compared to, you know, if it just didn't have it. Alright, progress.
Who is that? Is she hurt?
Yeah. You're looking at the bad guy's sister.
Bad guy? The one who caused all this?
That's right. Her asshole brother caused the zombie outbreak.
His sister? What in the hell is going on here? I mean, does this have anything to do with that announcement earlier?
I don't know much more than you at this point, okay? But he shot her, I can tell you that. And just so you know, that would be the same guy that shot you.
Yeah, fold your arms.
What's he after? What's his ultimate goal?
I don't know. But according to her, his plan isn't over. Not yet.
Okay, I wonder if the mission I'm thinking of is coming up yet.
Fine. Consider her in DHS custody. We'll question her when she wakes up.
Because there is a extended encounter in the underground parking lot, but it's not a proper level here. I guess it could make it work. I'm just not sure. Yep, save game.
What is your name?
I think these cutscenes are playing like this because there'd normally be some waiting time with the real-time clock, and they've just eliminated those sections.
Isabella. This is an emergency, so we'll skip the formalities and cut to the chase. Consider this an official interrogation. Tell me everything that you know.
Fine. I'll explain why all of this is your fault. There was no drug trade in Santa Cabeza. Just an American research facility.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Research on some sort of parasitic insect. Like a wasp. A wasp that turns living things into zombies. If you don't believe me, just ask the man who was in charge of that research. The head of the Santa Cabeza Livestock Research Facility, Dr. Barnaby.
Huh?
Huh?
Jesse!
It started! He's turning!
Hey!
I've got this, says Frank, and does a weird karate kick. Frank was looking for an applause and didn't get one. Sad.
Huh?
I'm a zombie.
I forgot about that line.
Tell me the truth, Doc. Were you conducting experiments with zombies?
Zombies? Yes. We were conducting experiments to reduce the cost of breeding. We accidentally made zombie livestock.
So the government's now in the zombie-making business. The whole story about the drug trade was a cover-up?
What do you know? We were trying to mass produce cattle. Do you have any idea how much meat Americans consume in a single day?
Here we go. People forget, but Dead Rising 1 had a...
Research was absolutely necessary.
a very specific commentary it wanted to do about American consumerism. Yeah, get a pick. Also, I love he's like instantly zombified now. Look.
One day, in my village, the people turned into zombies. Those damn wasps. They escaped from the lab. It wasn't long before they got to work. The zombies spread. The army was called in. They killed.
Yo, guys. You don't hear that? Legit, there is actual issues with how high meat consumption is in some parts of the world, especially with a lot of the animals used for it. Like the amount of methane they put into the environment is really dangerous.
Sounds plausible. Or it could be some serious bullshit. In either case, we have to get out of here alive if we want to find out for sure.
We have to check if she's been bitten. Let me take a look. I'm a medical technician. I could be useful if you let me do my job.
I have to see what the current stats are, but when this game was made, the US meat consumption was per capita, like, I think it was like 10 plus times anywhere else.
Truth dies with you.
All right. If allowing you to atone for you and your brother's scheme makes things go more smoothly for us, I'm all for it.
Alright, what next? Another cutscene? Nah, okay. Yeah, like I said, I think in the original game there was some time you could spend, because it'd be like, okay, this starts at 3 AM, so if you got back to the safe room earlier, then you would have to go and kill time. Oh, we're really getting there. Let's see. We're gonna keep going now. We'll go for the 3 hours at least. Well, let's talk to some peeps. She's still a rookie. I should never have brought her into this situation. I take full responsibility. He turned to the woman and died. Will the same thing happen to me? No way. I won't let come to that. Her injuries aren't serious, but I can't tell if I was looking at a bite wound or not. We'll just have to keep a close eye on her. Now, where was this mission about the food? Sorry, Frank, but busy. As long as Carly stays hidden, there's not much you can do there, is there? No, not that one. Huh, maybe that's just, it's also done? Hang on, let me, does the map say? Okay, I'm just gonna quickly look in the rooms. It's gonna be a bit annoying because the game has to load these rooms.
Oh, you! Oh, you!
Oh, you! At a time like this, if a man had a mixed juice blue, he could relax a bit. Well done steak and a pizza. Alright.
Okay. Oh, no. Oh, you!
Oh, you!
Oh, no.
Okay. You know, let's check some of these other rooms then. Oh, here he is. I mean, to burst your bubble, but I really recommend doing that. Screw you, jerk off. You fooled me. I only came here because you said there'd be food. Well, where is it? I shouldn't see any. We should have had just enough to cover everyone's need. What happened to that? There's enough. Not to toot my own horn, but we eat like 3 times more than normal folk. You can't leave us a freaking appetizer and expect us not to shrivel up and die of starvation. Of course, if you've got a secret stash set aside for us, that's a different story. And else is getting on okay by these portions. Maybe you ought to make a little sacrifice yourself. Screw that noise, man! Sacrifices for losers. I want some no grub. The way I see it, if I'm gonna starve to death anyway, I might as well get eaten by zombies. I ain't gonna bring us some food, then maybe we should go find the cells. Look, if I bring you food, yeah, that's fine. Did you bring food? I did. Have an apple, you jerk. Yeah, good. I knew he'd want more. Have a grapefruit.
Thanks.
He wants more than that. Okay. Have an orange.
Thanks.
He wants more. Jesus. Alright, you satisfied? I'll be okay for now.
Shit!
Shit!
Thanks! Gotcha! Shit!
Shit!
Oh, you!
Shit!
Shit! I love that's just one of the incidental dialogue lines they have. Okay, so we've checked those 2 rooms. The problem is, finding pizza and well done steak is like actually really hard in this game.
Yes.
What a dreamboat, are you just a journalist?
Shit!
Shit! I'm sorry, they say it and I just want to say it too. I'm honored that you helped me. Please accept my humble gratitude. Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't save your friend though, but you made it at least. Like, yeah, I think even when I went to the food court, like, finding pizza and well-done steak was... It's weirdly hard to find in this game. Like, it's mostly just fruit everywhere.
Just leave it to me.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right.
Oh.
Oh.
What's that guy's problem? Okay, before we go see the Otis, let's try and remember if there's anything up here or not. Probably not. No. Alright, let's go. Let's go do missions for Otis again. Also, look, there is food left here. See, in the 360 version, when that mission comes up, they actually do take the food out. So you can't just come and find the free pickups. Alright, let's do this one first. Hopefully I remember... Okay, I think I remember where the shortcut to the Wonderland Plaza is. There we go. So this is just a Dead Rising thing, where you get to a certain story point and they just, oh yeah, here's a shortcut we'll open for you, and it's nonsensical because you go into a fucking mirror and it's not connected to anything, but hey, we'll take it. You know, I'm going to look at a map. Okay, it would be quicker because, yeah, to get to Wonderland Plaza, you have to go through, like, the food court. And... al fresco. It is a whole thing. Haha! Yeah, this is where the shortcut is. Oh no, not this mirror. It's in the other mirror. Okay, I'll reload while I'm in here. Yeah, here it is. Really doesn't make sense, but this... Dead Rising 1 is a fascinating game because you can really tell how rushed it was made. Especially if you follow the development history, you see that they essentially, like... maybe not like restarted development, but they threw out a lot of what they had made. And, you know, for an early, you know, 7th gen title, you could tell that game was made very, very quickly. You know, like 15 months or whatever. Oh, there's those police officer models. I guess they only show up in certain parts of the mall in this version. Well, it worked. Can you walk? I'm fine. It's nothing. Let's go. I don't think you had to shoot them. I guess you could throw items at them. That's a big thing that's missing as well, I forgot, is that you could just pick up and throw like anything. And you can't really do that anymore. Come up. Lewis Presley mentions, it's just funny here, I remember when people talked about how if your finger met or didn't meet the reflection of the bathroom's mirror, it meant there was a room on the other side. Oh, okay. Yeah, they say like it was a one-way mirror. Yeah, I get why that logic, people came up with that logic, but I bet it doesn't actually make sense if you... if you know how one-way mirrors work. Yeah, Slime brings up a good point. Could be a person on the other side pretending to be you. Oh, I should mention, because I do know this. This is such an obscure fact, but I didn't know it. So the cop zombies in this actually do take pot shots at you. I want to say that was something that was only in the pre-release versions of Dead Rising. I think in the final release, I don't think they do. I think their guns can go off, but they'll never, like, aim them. I could be wrong, though. I'll have to look into it again. I'll have to reference him, because he's cool. There's a YouTube channel called Stipo. S-T-I-P-O. Who is... essentially, there's no ifs or buts about it. The biggest Dead Rising 1 fan out there. And he managed to get a hold of a bunch of pre-release builds. Stuff that it's still wild to this day that we're able to see and know about these games. And I want to say in one of those builds, like the enemy behavior is very different. Oh, I guess my axe broke at some point. There we go. Oh, that was awkward. It's a little harder to keep track where the survivors are when they're following you. Oh, my machine pistol ammo's full. Okay, let me check something. Yep, let's just play it safe.
You're so kind.
Yeah, the zombie AI in this is weird. Becoming more and more apparent as sometimes they just Alright, yeah, you can punch when you're unarmed. There we go. Pumpkin! Yeah, I don't know why, but I don't know why it does it, but I don't like there's a weird startup to like how quickly you can shoot the shotgun. It's strange, it's just strange. Come on, you two. Thank you for rescuing me. Why they both got these weird, like, dead mouse shirts?
Yeah!
Oh, that was Nest rank. Yeah, sure, we'll save after that. Oh, okay. If the pattern of this game stays the same, there's gonna be 2 regular survivor missions, and if my rank's high enough, there'll be a secret mission, and then that's when we'll make progress. Yeah, I want to check in with Cletus quick, because if I'm picking up Magnum ammo, I'm assuming there's a Magnum to buy now. Oh, there you go. He's repaired the blacktail. Let's see. You know, just for funsies, we'll swap over. Yep, there's the Magnum. And then there'll probably be a... Yep. There we go. I'm not gonna sell this yet. I'm gonna give this gun a try. Because if it's anything like Resident Evil 4, I usually end up just sticking with the Red 9 as the main handgun. Coward. As a man that looks really scared in the home and garden shop, he must be doing some heavy stuff right now. We haven't been to this area for a while. Oh, well, it's still one hit killing regular zombies. And it holds more ammo, so... The only thing, obviously, is that the Red 9 was doing more damage against the cultists and the special zombies, but I've got the other weapons, so it's probably... Oh, hey, I actually shot a leg off there. Weird, that's just a mechanic that's just appeared out of nowhere, I guess. Okay, I probably will just sell the Red 9 then. Though I guess in some ways, if the Red 9 can kill zombies by shooting them in the fucking leg. Excuse me, I'm running this way. Slime Demo is saying, this game has been dragging it out so much already that even more level on top of that is a threat. Yeah. Something I need to do, which I'll probably do when there's a good, like... down point at some point. Oh, okay. Nah, see, look, it's not always a one-hit kill. It can dismember. I guess that's a plus, but that's not that useful. How are we doing on ammo? So, I'm actually going to keep the Red 9. Like, even the poodles go down in one shot, so... But I want to look up... I want to say a Dead Rising 1 playthrough is about 12 hours. Because with the clock, it's a pretty set time. You can technically, like, make it slower and faster depending on, like, when certain cutscenes trigger. Oh wow, he took himself out. I don't think I got the points for that. Oh, that is awesome. Slime Generator is pointing out this was developed by Tosei. I didn't know that. That's funny. Another another job they did for Capcom. And that's just super funny that we're playing through Virtua Quest right now. And that's also... They weren't the only devs on it, but they're like the primary, you know, doing the groundwork. There's a hey, can you make some bullshit for this franchise for us, company? Yeah, I guess they do a good job. Alright, let's look at our shops here. We got the fast food, checked in yet, ladies apparel, optics, accessories, ladies, fitness. You know what? I think this area is one of the ones that's really reduced down. I think there are like, this one might actually be missing shops. An asshole. Oh, is this the right shop? No. Is there anything cool in here? No. But look, like, yeah, I've not got the impression that Tosei are bad or anything, and I wouldn't look at this and say, like, oh yeah, well this shows they're bad. Because this is probably the best you could have done with this caveat, like this was the idea. Whee! Hey, no, get back! It's too dangerous here, move. Help me, I'm too young to die. I know, that's why you gotta come with me. No, I can't die, I can't. Hey. Okay. Is this one of the ones where we've got to... We gotta leave him? No, that doesn't seem to have done anything. Listen to me, jerk! Come with me, I'll tell you the safety, understand? But you heard what I said, let's go. Just a little shot in the back of the head just to encourage him. There's a gym up ahead. Did you run and trip? Yep. So, yeah. Well, thank you for the advice, but I already... Yeah, we already did that stuff. Hell yeah, level up. Oh, a new book. No, you should not be getting grabbed. Getting grabbed by zombies. Not even that easy. There we go. Do. Let's do some. Well, well, the head popping off doesn't even animate, I realise. It just disappears. Oh, we're full on shotgun ammo. Alright. How does the sledgehammer not have a cool follow-up animation? That's beans. That's all I could call it. I think I have to keep encouraging him a bit to follow. Okay, so what I think I've realised as well while doing this is with the way the gun balance works is this gun is so powerful that all the zombies die in one hit regardless of where you hit them. The blacktail is more powerful, so it will dismember, but because this gun kills, it doesn't even do the dismemberment because by the time it hits them, it's done too much damage. There we go. Come on, you. Thanks. I'll just take it inside. Easy.
Yeah!
Okay. So I had a look. How Long to Beat reckons this game is shorter than the main Dead Rising. They reckon the main Dead Rising is about 12 hours, which I said that matches up with what I know. But they have this listed as 8 hours. That's just not true. We've been playing the game for more than 8 hours. Like, yeah, maybe 8 hours if you do bad enough on these missions that you don't get the bonus ones. Maybe if you don't do any of the optional content, like you don't ever go back to the gun store, you don't look at the underground area and do the weird pay to drive around thing. That, or people are using the in-game timer as the judge. The problem is the in-game timer is clearly inaccurate. Like, it doesn't seem to count dialogue, pause menu, anything like that. Yeah, I don't want the blacktail, and that sells for a lot. And we got a new book. We get. Oh, this allows you to perform a repeated axe attack. I don't think. Oh. I doubt he's going to have any new weapons, but let's just quickly check. And can we afford an ammo upgrade? No. Problem is, I only know one place to get an axe. That's the weird thing with making this game so structured and not letting you just explore them all when you want. Is getting those specific weapons is much more of a chore. Alright, now what's all this got for me? Yeah! Dress for action in North Plaza. There's a guy in the North Plaza, he's got a shotgun and he's taking out the zombies. Oh, okay, this might not even be it. Oh no, it is the secret mission. Yeah, so if you didn't earn these secret missions, you maybe could cut down playtime. I guess it's just, would you have to take a lot longer on the regular missions, or would you have to take more damage? Like, you'd have to do something to balance it out to not get the secret missions. I guess while I'm heading there, I'll try and pick the axe up again. Oh. Plus, is that whole mechanic where that other guard will give you shortcuts to certain missions, but that punishes your letter grade. So I wonder if most people who play the game play it that way. I'm just gonna run at this point because I want to, finish in the hour. On the hour, I mean. There we go. It's a shame that I think you only earn protein from the survivor missions. It makes sense that it would be a finite resource. Well, speaking of... Oh, no, that's not the inventory button. Okay. I do have a health upgrade, so I should save that. Let's see. Slime Generator saying, what I'm learning from this in Virtual Quest is that Tosei desperately needed a guy whose duty was trimming the fat. Yeah. You know, I think that's fair. The problem is, this would have been the tail end, I think, of when extended play time, like how long it took to play a game, like how many hours you could get out of it, was the biggest concern when making a game. Which is, that kind of makes Dead Rising refreshing, because the playtime there was just, well, you know, if you fell the first time through, you could start from the beginning with your, you know, leveled up character. But despite what I've heard some people say, you can beat Dead Rising 1 without having to power level and then reload your, start from the beginning. I've always found that insistence that it's a required thing to do just wrong.
Son of a bitch.
Damn it, I need to talk to him, but there's a... There we go. He's standing on a pickup. It's just nice to see another human being around here. Well, a live one at least. If you're looking for more real life people, I know a place. There's a helicopter coming on Friday. Sounds too good to true. Right, I suppose I could check the place out. What is it? Strange. The zombies over there look a little different than the others. Guess that means they're not going to let us pass so easy. I hope you're good with that shotgun. Okay, I was going to go over and get an axe, but I'm not even going to bother. Reload. Yeah, the cultists are weird in this. They make this, like, one cultist makes the sound of multiple... I wonder if that was an intentional attempt to make the game seem more populated than it is. That'd be very silly if it was, but who knows at this point. It's just weird, because I guess that shows you, like, how little is talked about with this game. Because some of these technical issues, like with the audio and such, like, the game does not have a reputation for that. It's just, you know, for being Resident Evil 4 reskinned. There we go. So I'm saying, I need to see more from them. But from what I'm getting, clear that Tosei are probably really good at getting a minimum valuable project out with limited resources. That probably is what makes it so popular as a Ghost developer. Yeah. I mean, yes, that's the whole thing. It's like, as weird as it sounds, sometimes just being able to get a product out the door is the higher priority when it comes to like hiring. There were times in the past where I would always wonder, I have to make this about Silent Hill because it's the Johnny Baghead special. But, you know, I would look at, like, why were these developers hired? Like, you had a game that was considered so highly in the survival horror space and in gaming in general. And then the developers, they were, oh, Jesus Christ, spawn the same enemy on the same spot, why don't you? Again, showing why the sniper rifle is kind of useless. Because it doesn't actually clear enemies out half the time. At least that one has a great fire rate. Benefits from that. Oh, they have... Yeah, they've populated way more of those. Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, that's on me. When you play Dead Rising 1, you don't want to stop and fight every zombie, and I keep trying to do that and force it into this game, and it doesn't work. Okay, where's it gonna... Okay, fake fuck. You know what? I'll take that, that's great. But yeah, I imagine with Konami at a certain point, you know, and admittedly, I always have to admit that Silent Hill after the first game was selling worse and worse every year. I don't think Konami helped in that regard. But you could definitely make the argument of like, oh well, we can't hire a team that's going to make a game that's going to cost us, you know, hundreds of millions to make or whatever. Obviously that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you get the point. But, I don't know, with the Silent Hill stuff specifically, it really seemed like they were just hiring people with no experience, who hadn't shown, like, any technical prowess. It must really just be that Silent Hill just internally did not have the reputation it did externally. I didn't even know these zombies could shoot. Oh, there's a variant, that's why. Okay, that's fun at least. Alright, we're gonna heal here. No, let's just play it safe. Oh god, they've just respawned them in the same spot. Ah! Stop it, game. Oh, yes. Salem, Tenebrae, and chat mentioned it's a miracle we got a halfway decent game with shared memories. Yeah. And some of that, granted, is it's copying a lot of its own work from Silent Hill 2. But they at least seem to get Silent Hill 2. It's just weird when you think about Climax UK and their involvement. Because they weren't... No, I meant what I said. Shared Memories copies from Silent Hill 2. It doesn't copy anything from Silent Hill 1. The levels are different, the story's different, the characters are different. They share Silent Hill 1 names, but they're not... What that game's narrative and messaging and stuff, it's Silent Hill 2. It's just Silent Hill 2 if it was Silent Hill 1. Like, that's what that game's premise is. The whole, it's a reimagining was marketing bullshit. It has nothing to do with Silent Hill 1. Silent Hill 1's about the cult. Silent Hill Shared Memories doesn't have a cult. So... But you know, the more interesting thing to me there is that that developer were mainly like racing game ones. So they would do some like oddball projects every so often. But if you looked at their history, it was definitely just, you really would not have thought that's a project they would have had any strength in. And granted, that game has really major issues as well. Like, even if, as someone who will say it's the one good one that got made in that era, I don't think it's really a Silent Hill game outside of, you know, like, copying tropes and whatnot. Alright, well, let's wrap this mission up, and then that's probably going to be it for today. There might be some cutscenes, actually. And boop. Oh, I see Kite Star talking about this. I would not consider this a good port. Well, it's not a port. It's a different game. It's Resident Evil 4's engine. You know, it has in some cases entirely different missions.
No way.
Most of the gameplay is different. Like, you couldn't reload guns in Dead Rising because they were consumable items. You were mostly using melee. The level up system was different. There was an actual timer. It's just a different... This is why I push. I don't know if it's going to catch on. But I think that the idea that some games are adaptations of other video games, like this is an adaptation of Dead Rising, and like Resident Evil 2019 is an adaptation of the original Resident Evil. See, I see what you're saying. Kitsa says the Resident Evil 4 port is good because it's dumb fun. I don't think that Wii version is very good because it's broken and very unbalanced. I know that's why some people like it, and that's fine. If you want to play like a version that's way easier and busted, like go ahead. It's just that I think like if you're judging a game on how well it is a port, if like half the mechanics don't work properly because you didn't put like proper recoil and aim systems in, then the fact you beat it in a single afternoon says a lot, because original Resident Evil 4 is quite a long game. It's more than 12 hours. That's almost like a 20-hour game when you first time through. But the Wii aiming does give you like way more control than you would normally have. At least here, like, there's the huge fodder of enemies. Oh! Oh shit, we've just got more fucking... We've got more? Okay. We're doing that next time. I thought after those we were gonna move on to case file content. That's for next time, though. And let me think. How far through the game are we probably? Oh, hey, Sid, fellow Bad Game Hall of Famer. Sid's in chat. How's Dead Rising? Rotate and place it till you face the right direction. That's not really the problem. It's more that it's they walk a few feet, stop, shoot every enemy on screen, walk a few feet, stop, shoot every enemy on screen is more the problem. Yeah, if I go to the case file thing, that's what I want to look at. Okay, so if you know original Dead Rising, there is an extra time after the facts, and there are no multiple endings in this version. I guess that's spoiler technically, but just to let you know, you can't get the bad endings in this. You only can go for the full ending. I'm guessing we are probably like I'm get the feeling this is going to be a 5-parter, if not more, based on the pacing of this. How long to beat listing this as 8 hours is just wrong. Those are people using the in-game timer. And the in-game timer is inaccurate. It count menus, dialogue, like so much. But anyway, let me sort some stuff here. But yeah, we'll wrap up here, being the 3 hours. Yeah, it's got to the point now where even though it's fun to see the new parts of the game that are, oh, how are they gonna reinterpret these ideas into this engine? That's the only enjoyment I'm getting out of this now. Like, the actual moment-to-moment gameplay just feels tedious because, spoilers, Resident Evil 4 with a higher enemy count but zombies isn't actually that fun, because all you're doing is just standing. It just feels like a shooting gallery where you're having to slowly move forward and then take zombies out, especially because the spawn rate is so bullshit. Like, to try and keep up the pretense that there's supposed to be tens of thousands of zombies around, the enemies will respawn the direction, even sometimes in front of you. Like, you'll clear out zombies that are about 2 to 3 meters ahead of you, and then it will just start repopulating zombies in that spot. It's kind of insulting in a way, and I don't think it's meant to be. It's just like, that was the best attempt you could do to replicate the crowded feel. So they did what they had to. I wouldn't have done it, but that's not the world we live in. All right, well, I'll let you know what the Bad Game Hall of Fame schedule is. Tomorrow, Saturday, it is Cassie and Sharky returning with the Cursed Kart Racer Series, Part 20. I'm not sure what games they're covering. I think they're still looking at 7th gen games themselves. Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. I think they might even be looking at some Wii U stuff. So be sure to tune in. As long as that series has gone on, it is barreling closer to the end now. The horizon is there. Monday, we'll all be back for Casual Mondays. That's our stream where we bring just random games we want to play. It's not about bad games on the Monday. Just for fun. Tuesday, will be part 2 of Lord of the Rings Gollum. That's with Sharky, me, and Cass. Sharky on the 1s and 2s on that. That's been a lot of fun. It's great to finally also see what that full game actually is like after just all the rep that game's had. Thursday will be the next part of our Patreon poll playthrough of Virtua Quest. That's me and Sharky, and I think Cassie will be joining us for the rest of those as well, but tune in to find out. And then next Friday I will return with the Bag Game Hall of Fame, and we will continue Dead Rising, and hopefully I do not have a bad cough this time and I can actually be on camera again. Who knows? But you know, hey, if you enjoyed the show, why don't you consider supporting us? You can. Oh, yep, I can never do it. I have to go over here. You know, you can obviously subscribe on Twitch, but you can also support us on Patreon. And doing any number of the above will give you access to the Patreon Saints channel on our Discord. This is a channel where you gain exclusive content. We do our Patreon polls where you can vote on future playthroughs and just, you know, discuss the future of the show. Also in the Discord right now, we have the Bad Game Club. That's hosted by me. Every month we look at a different known bad game. This month we're looking at Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Often maligned game, but you know, I think people have turned around on it. But it's so famous in the community for how different and weird it is of a Final Fantasy game. And you know what? If you financially, if financial support is too much for you right now, we totally understand. I can't stress this enough. If you show up, you engage, you're a member of the community, you're here for the streams, that's more than enough. We really appreciate that. But if you do want to find another way to support us, you can always check out our YouTube, and also we have a recommended viewing playlist, 20 handpicked episodes we think are good on board in. So if you want to show any of your mates what the Bad Game Hall of Fame and what this bag fella's up to on the Bad Game Hall of Fame, consider showing people that. But in the meantime, I think we're going to wrap up here for now. So again, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for bearing with my 2D form. Oh, I'm okay. Sorry about that. But take care, everyone. And yeah, have a good one. Bye.